Well, let's cross over live now to Ekiti State to speak to our correspondent on ground, Ni Oyelowo. Thank you so much for joining us on Newsnight. Of course, listening to that, what I picked up there, you did say, of course, people are a bit cautious about the readiness of INEC to conduct elections tomorrow. What do you think is driving that, what I call it, that doubt right now at the moment?
Well, oh yeah, I wouldn't call it a doubt at the moment, but it's just that perception. Historically, going by the electoral process in Ekiti, you can, imagine what has happened in those days. But for now, people are trying to just, get things in order and try to do things the right way. But I have with me the PPRO, Muyiwa Adejobi, to give us more insight in terms of the security within and around Ekiti and, of course, Ekiti State entirely. It's good to have you with us, sir. You're welcome to the show.
Good evening. How are you?
Yeah, fine. So, initially today, we saw a show of strength, as it were. Long columns of police. We show a show of strength, long columns of police and military vehicles, as it were, moving in and around Ekiti. Can you give us more insight regarding the coalition, your relationship with other security arms?
Well, generally, the election in Ekiti State, we expect Ekiti State to be very peaceful. We have collaboration with other security agencies, but especially the military, and these personnel from other agencies are basically to assist us to enforce the restriction of movement order at the border areas in Ekiti State. The military will be deployed there to make sure that the enforcement order is duly and adequately enforced. As from 11:59 hours this night of Friday 17th to 6 p.m. tomorrow, Saturday 18th of June 2022. And we have done show of force, we have done adequate deployment. From the police alone, we are having over 17,000 personnel, plus other security agents from other agencies. We have a very good number that have been deployed to various places. We're having 2,445 polling units. These units have been adequately protected by this deployment. We are having 177 wards, or let me say rack, and 106 super racks. These super racks are places where we are keeping some of these essential sensitive materials and other materials for the election. We have done heavy deployment in these areas. INEC offices in the 16 local government areas in the Ekiti State. Other places where we think we're having some of these materials kept have been adequately fortified. With what we have on ground, we don't envisage any problem across Ekiti tomorrow. We have the team of officers from Abuja led by the Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of 4CID, and incidentally is the DIG, coordinating DIG for Southwest, is the commander in charge of this election security in Ekiti State. And we have 4 assistant inspectors general of police. 3 of them are in charge of the 3 senatorial districts in Ekiti State. So with this arrangement we don't envisage any problem, and our men are going to have adequate vehicular patrol tomorrow. These are armed men who will be giving support to our personnel deployed to polling units. These ones are not armed, but these ones on vehicular patrol will be armed, and they are armed to the teeth. Let me say that. And those are at border areas are adequately armed. We want to just appeal to the people of Ekiti State to be law-abiding, to come out en masse and exercise their franchise. The deployment, you see, the large number of police officers and other security agents is not to threaten anybody. It's for us to assure them that the security of Ekiti State is superb for this election. So let us work together to have a seamless exercise, to have that free, credible and acceptable election we all deserve in the state.
All right. You mentioned the fact that the policemen stationed at the polling units. I remember even the JIG also mentioned that yesterday at a stakeholders meeting. How does that instill confidence on the electorate? Yes, the ones on patrol will be armed, as you mentioned, but what informed that decision?
Well, it's an act of law. It's not that it's just a mere practice or just at our discretion. No, that's what the law says. That those that will be deployed to polling units must not be harmed, and that's what we are trying to comply with. But we know that people who want to snatch boxes, snatch papers, this time around, INEC has been so wonderful. They have color-coded all the ballot papers. Every local government has its color. So if you think you want to snatch box in Oye and take it to Ikole, it's a foul. It's not going to work. So there's no need for anybody to think of coming out with the intention of snatching boxes of papers or ballot papers. So it's a no thing. So they don't need to even do it because it's not going to work. But by and large, we are not giving chances. We have these men on patrol close to almost all the polling units. At least a patrol team can still capture like 20, 30 polling units at a time. So, and this we are sure nobody will try it in Ekiti State tomorrow. And don't forget, the Inspector General of Police, IGP Usman Akali Baba, has given directive that our security aids to VIPs, candidates and the likes VIPs must be withdrawn. And this we have done. We don't expect, and we have advise our other security agencies to do same, to replicate this, so that we don't want to see any candidate or so-called VIP or what have you coming out tomorrow with escorts, large number of aides and intimidating people, harassing people. No, we want everybody to be free. We want everybody to come out and exercise his franchise to cast votes for any candidate of his or her choice. So with what we have put in place, I don't think we should have any problem tomorrow. But we just still want to warn our people, particularly the young ones who are always at the peck and call of politicians to come and foment trouble. They should steer clear of Ekiti State, because we are on ground. We have spread our tentacles to all areas in the state, and we don't want them to do anyhow, to do nonsense, or do what we make us confront them. We don't want to have any conversation with anybody tomorrow. But if you think you want to come out to foment trouble, we'll give it to you as you want it.
All right, a very reassuring word. PPPRO Muyiwa Adejobi, thanks for joining us. Good to have you with us. Well, you've heard it. Hopefully we'll have H3 elections in the Ekiti State tomorrow. Back to you.
Thank you so much. Ni Oyelowo, again, Arise News is on ground for that election. We'll be bringing you all the updates as they happen tomorrow here on Arise News.